Then what happened that you finally decided to become Muslim and take your Shahada?
So the next day I woke up, I was feeling like, almost like I had become a Muslim in that point in time. I was convinced that, you know, Allah was real. And this was the first time that I'd really, truly believed in God. So I contacted another one of my rapper friends. They were part of the same rap group. And it was really odd because we used to meet up in random places in the car. And he used to just tell me about Islam and then I'd leave. That was literally the relationship we had. So I remember contacting my friend and he started to talk to me about the tortures of the grave. I was completely terrified. But I was terrified in a way that I did not want to die a non-Muslim, because my fear was not even of Jahannam, not even of hell at that point. My fear was the torture of the grave, because this was something extremely new and extremely scary to me. So I then started to become very emotional for the next 3 or 4 days. I was crying pretty much every day and I was trying to pray, didn't know how to pray, had no idea how to pray. How I prayed was just talking to God, looking up. I've never been in a mosque. I've never really known any Muslims that are like, you know, openly practicing. So, you know, there was a lot that I didn't know. I remember meeting my friend. She said, I want to take you to East London to show you something. So we drove from Essex to East London and we went to Green Street, I believe, where they sell lots of like hijabs and abayas. And I remember him buying me the pullover hijab, the one that you just, it's like a sock, but with an open bit, you just put it over. And I went in the shop and I tried it on, pulled it over, and I was like, got in the car, looked in the mirror, and I was like, wow, this is different. This is different. I felt like I wanted to become Muslim. That's how I actually genuinely felt. So when we drove back down through Ilford, on the way back to Essex, and the brother went in and said, oh, I need to pray. So he went in to pray. And I made a little prayer outside. I prayed to Allah and said, please allow me to become Muslim. He went into the mosque and he prayed and he came back out and sat in the car. And he said, the Imam's not in there at the moment, but I've given a few people Shahada before. If you wanted to go in and take your Shahada now, it's up to you, or you can wait for another time with the Imam. So you see the wisdom of how he done it. He didn't say, let's stop going to Shahada. He then allowed me to make my own decision. He took me to get hijab, didn't tell me what was happening, allowed me to choose the hijab, allowed me to kind of sit in the car and have a think outside the mosque. And then I was like, yeah, I want to go in and I want to become Muslim. So I walked into the mosque and the first thing that I thought was, where's the chairs? But as I walked in, they were kind of looking at me because I still had quite tight clothes on with this sock hijab over. And I wondered why other people followed us. I was a bit like, whoa, what's going on? Why are they here? No one actually explained that you need witnesses and all of that. So we went and sat on the floor. And again, I was thinking, why are we sitting on the floor? And we sat down in a circle and the brother started to talk to me a little bit about the religion and asked me, do I believe that, you know, in the Prophet ﷺ, and do I believe in Allah, and do I understand like what I'm saying? Has anyone forced me to be here? And obviously I said that I believed and that nobody's forced me to be here. And, you know, then subhanAllah, I took my Shahada. My friend gave me Shahada, yeah. Honestly, I felt like very light, very much like, I mean, he sat next to me and he said, I feel like the angels are around you. When I first made the dua, I was very in a real state of pain and you know, shock and sadness. So that was more of a relief. This was a pain relief.
How was the reaction of the